Let's talk about the 10th district of Shanghai, Yangpu, the last urban district on the west bank of the Huangpu River. Strictly speaking, 30 years ago, most Shanghai residents lived within these 10 central districts. Yangpu sits in the northeast of Shanghai. It used to be somewhat cut off from the city center. You had to pass through Hongkou to get downtown. But today, thanks to new metro lines and expressways, that's no longer an issue. Back in the Republic of China era, the area around Songhu Road was once planned as a political center. You can still find traces of that time in the names and the landmarks here. Today, Yangpu has transformed this heritage into a unique subcenter of Shanghai. At the heart of Yangpu is Wujiaochang, which literally means 5-point intersection. It's a multi-level commercial hub, cars on the overpass, pedestrians on the ground, and the metros running underground, all connected seamlessly across 5 streets. Head east from Wujiaochang, and you will quickly cross the Huangpu River. It's not far from the city's edge. To the north lies Jiangwan New Town, a modern development from the past decade that combines high-end housing with preserved wetlands, a real mix of nature and urban living within downtown Shanghai. To the west is Fudan University, one of Shanghai's top universities, and right next to it is the University of Finance and Economics. Together, they form University Road, a lively, useful area full of international restaurants and nightlife. Keep walking west and you will reach Hongkou District, which we covered in the last episode. Head south and you have 2 choices. One route takes you through Hongkou toward the Bund, passing by another famous university, Tongji University, originally founded as a German medical school. The other leads through large residential areas to the Yangpu stretch of the Huangpu River. It has to be said these old residential areas, like the workers' new village north of the Suzhou Creek, are quite outdated and cramped. If you've seen previous episode, you will know that usually means a less comfortable living environment. Although the residents there are mostly native Shanghainese, their educational and social backgrounds are more traditional, somewhat like America's Rust Belt or redneck regions. After all, Yangpu was once the heart of Shanghai's old manufacturing industry. I mean, no offense by saying that people of my generation in Shanghai mostly came from working-class families like this. The only real way to change our fate was through education. Getting into university, joining good companies. For me, I was lucky enough to catch the rise of digital marketing in China, which opened the door for me to pursue a master's degree in Ireland and eventually start this channel. And to my friends watching, I have some good news to share. I've just landed a digital marketing role at a major company here in Dublin. It's the first global step in my career, and I couldn't be more excited. Back to our topic. If you are visiting Shanghai, there is a 99% of chance you won't end up in Yangpu unless a local friend brings you there. Honestly, there aren't many attractions and the tourists would go out of their way to see. However, if you are in business, especially in the social media or tech industry, Yangpu might surprise you. It's home to the headquarters of TikTok China and Bilibili. If you stay at the hotel near Wujiaochang, like Haya, you will be within walking distance of offices, restaurants, nightlife, and universities mentioned. For longer stays, Jiangwan New Town is an excellent choice of rental. It's just 3 metro stops away, modern, green, and well-planned. Highly recommended. Yangpu once represented the glory of Shanghai's manufacturing past. Over time, it was forgotten and criticized, but now it's on the brink of a new transformation as the Huangpu River waterfront is redeveloped district by district. Yangpu's own riverside area is next in line. It may be far from the bound, but it's close to the sea. With huge potential for cruise tourism and the port economy, Shanghai's stage has never been one-dimensional, and who knows what the future will bring. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for the next episode. See you soon!